you. Please excuse the loud noises on the background as I am right now virtually connecting with you from my family farm, and my family sounds like using a tractor, but the sound will pass. It is an honor to be here today talking to you about transformative technology, wellness tech, and life expansion. These subjects and these topics are very important to us because they are improving the lifespan of us. And what's important to understand is that we live in the age where we already have innovations that can allow us to expand our lives, to better our experience of wellness. And a lot of these technologies are very integrative. I'll start with VR. VR is really great way for us to immerse ourselves into experience. There's a company, for example, Andromeda. It is a local company in Austin. I am not an investor, unfortunately, though I'm looking forward to working with them through my company Lumeria and allowing them to get better liquidity in the future. They were a little too early for me for now. But they basically have a virtual reality game where with the control of your breath, you can move yourself and you can experience this meditative experience of an almost transcendental meditation that moves your body out. You start as a tree and then it moves your body, and depending on how deep you breathe, it allows you to have different experience. These are very simple things that we have right now. Now, when we're talking about life expansion is very interesting topic. Often it is topic not touched by a lot of governments, by regulators. There are different aspects that are associated with the risks of talking about life expansion. Some of them are political nature, some of them are religious nature. However, nonetheless, the reality of our life is such is that we must think about how do we address life expansion? We have now interesting ways to analyze our DNA to be able to see what chains are broken. We have nanotechnology getting very close for us to be able to go and internally repair our organs, or, well, for now, really removing toxins from our blood is something that we're getting close to reality. And all these things are life expansion. And life expansion doesn't mean that we have to live 300 years. Life expansion might mean that becomes a norm for us to live to 100 years and experience the wellness of our life. So that way the troubles associated with aging can be relieved and in some cases eliminated. And that's where really health tech comes into the reality. It is very interesting to see that now we can 3D print organs, that we are getting to a point to where we can do so very cost effectively in 0G, which is zero gravity. So in a lower Earth orbit, we can print organs at the fraction of the cost, and then as an on-demand, ship them to those who need them, instead of people waiting for accidents to receive the organ donors. These are huge leaps in the technology, and we have that technology available now. It is also important to talk about the dark sides of this as well. There's a lot of association happens with how do we build trusted systems that allow us to benefit our wellness instead of harm our wellness. And that's why it's so important to talk about regulations. Regulations in transformative technology, regulations in wellness technology, and regulations in life expansion, something that we must be discussing. The reason it's important is because That will allow investors to feel comfortable and invest in this interesting area. One of the things that I think is exciting for us to understand too is that there's also in a wellness health, we have simple things, simple innovations that make a big difference for experiences for people to fix their health. For example, going to a doctor and taking a scan for x-ray for maybe fractured arm. My daughter fell down of the scooter and she fractured her arm, and so we went to ER, and they had this great machine that they just brought in to the comfort of her sitting there and being with us. They did the full scanning, they sent it all, and it was a matter of a couple minutes to where we actually had results and we already had diagnosis. Now, that was a great experience, and think how much more can we do for the bettering of our wellness. Another thing too that is interesting for the wellness tech is that now that we understand that our bodies run on different mechanisms, that we react to sounds in a different ways, we are starting to see transformative technology that allows us to expand our emotional fitness. Emotional fitness is something that is quite new. And think about it like this. Emotional intelligence is one of the measurements that we look forward to in a performance. So those that are emotionally intelligent have ability to have a better performance. We now have been able to link it to performance. And so how do we create that intelligence? We exercise it. And so for that, we also have a lot of opportunities now with the technologies that are kind of connect the frequency of light to make sure to stimulate our brain to release different chemicals that allow us to feel comfort, to allow us to relax. There's sound machines that we can put on. There's chairs that do special vibrations. Those are technology, right? And we're seeing now that a lot of people are at home. A lot of you are at home now, plugged into the computers, just like myself. We're missing that experience of emotional intelligence, which we would have gotten naturally otherwise by going and spending time outside, by meeting with friends, by maybe doing a little bit of work and even walking around the parks. These things all increase our emotional intelligence, going to the concerts, looking at art, real art, touching sculptures. All of this can now be simulated through digital technology, AR, VR, AI. These all play a large role in how we live our life now, and they will be leading the way we live our lives in the future. So for you entrepreneurs, I encourage you to think about these innovations. Think about what can be done for life expansion. And let's not worry and run to thinking hundreds of years. Let's just take smaller leaps and expand our life expectancy by 20 years. That's plenty. Now, also think about emotional wellness as well. It is something that we must have, and we need matrix to be able to measure this as well. So entrepreneurs, build it. Reach out to us, pitch this. These are very, very important topics. And most important, they're finally profitable. We see a lot of different projects getting a lot of traction. And the beauty of these projects is that they create revenue as well. That means that consumers are paying money for these experiences. So for entrepreneur, that matters a lot. Now, investors, I also encourage you to look at this subject as well. Diversify your portfolio. If you have not invested in life expansion, wellness health, or transformative technology, consider it as a diversification of your portfolio. just like you would consider diversifying your portfolio to cryptocurrency in whatever fraction it is. Think about this technology, because the thing about it is that just like space, it has this hidden exponential potential. It is my pleasure to be here with you today. I really appreciate that you took your time and learn about this subject. I would love to be able to expand this with you and see projects pitch, and it is pleasure. And thank you so much for tuning in to VCTV. LATOKEN is doing a great job providing us this platform to connect investors and entrepreneurs all over the world and discuss different investment opportunities, to be able to see different businesses that are growing, that are whether starting from beginning or growing and sprouting into more later stage companies. And know that we are here for you. So reach out, investors, come on in, participate on the panels. We have so many great topics, from financial technology to space, to transformative technology, to farming, to impact investing, to construction and tech investing. All of these subjects are very important. And most importantly, we're seeing a lot of traction and interest happening all over the place. And you entrepreneurs, pitch, apply and pitch. Let us see what you're working on. Don't hide behind the screens. Don't make it perfect. Just submit the application. And we would love to see you as an investors. Thank you, LATOKEN, for providing this platform, for giving the voice to VCTV, for connecting VCs all over the world with projects all over the world, and allowing evolution and democratization of opportunities and democratization of investments. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.